The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Ray McCloud to return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. Here's Jordan Berry now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he's a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me with enough touches, he could easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. Jacobs is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
Drake. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Again, it's Drake. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Carr going to go on 4th down. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. On second down, this is Harris. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Well, this defense for the Raiders, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say...
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about a race and trying to get it to runs, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton.
Oh, man, partner, this is something cornerbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out route or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or two, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think he baited the quarterback into the throw and made it pay off.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. But now it's third down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Steelers, nothing.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. McLeod now on the return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Yannick Ngakoue. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now Roethlisberger. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Now Roethlisberger. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he will have a Steelers first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And he finds his target, Ebron. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there. His guys will get the football back. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. That's swung out wide to Harris. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Roethlisberger. And it's caught. Touchdown! Zach Gentry, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the table and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 29. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs His third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return is Renfro. Gets past one man. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. First and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time. Into the red zone, it's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
From the 27, Roethlisberger. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Here's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Again, it's Roethlisberger. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th. He'll let this go for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Pass caught by Ruggs, middle of the field. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Daniel Carlson for the Raiders field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
McLeod now on the return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 7, and now it's 3rd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, 48 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Oh, nice move. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Jacobs now. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw, it's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. He's going deep for Brown. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. McLeod now on the return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Complete. It's Johnson. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. McLeod now on the return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving.
And the Raiders have got him. Corey Littleton gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? He's going to launch it for Washington. And incomplete on the deep ball. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. On 1st and goal, Drake. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Kenyon Drake, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. McLeod now on the return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Roethlisberger. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Roethlisberger will throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he's got room. Oh, look at the juke. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No, it appears they're going to mark him short of the first.
He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. The Raiders go. It's just their first side here in the fourth quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Got his connection complete to Ruggs.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Bulldozes past him, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Counter play with Jacobs. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Mika Fitzpatrick, the all-pro safety, up to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And it's caught off the deflection. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. The kick by Carlson is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Solomon Thomas picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger.
That's to Freiermuth.
And some space here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the 3rd down conversion. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Johnson was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Let's make these.
Now Roethlisberger. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry